605. Welcome back here. What's Cooking program nationwide, coast to coast on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. That is Paul Stern.
Hey, Mike, we have superstar sportscaster Leslie Visser along with vision expert Dr. Larry Lampert here with us today because a lot of people, of course, with the Super Bowl coming up might be planning some various interesting activities about the house, and who knows, protecting their eyes might come on into play, and let's talk about it.
Well, it's Leslie. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hey, good morning to you, Mike and Paul.
It's good to have you with us, Leslie. And are you covering the Super Bowl this year?
I'm headed down tomorrow to Big D, but everyone says there are being flights canceled left and right. So
be careful.
I'll just go to Solvang and hang out.
Where is home base for you, Leslie?
I live in Florida now, but grew up in New England and Ohio, so I'm used to cold weather. Just
fly out to Solvang. The weather, literally, they're looking for blizzard conditions today all across the country, and they're saying Dallas is going to be hit as well, so who knows what that does for the Super Bowl. But that brings us to snow on the ground as well. And you want to talk to us a little bit, Leslie, before we get to the doctor, about vision. How did it affect you? Do you wear goggles at all times, sunglasses at all sporting events?
Well, I wear Transitions lenses, which they're terrific. I'm someone who has been outdoors for 3 decades on NFL sidelines, at World Series games, tennis at Wimbledon, skiing at the Olympics, and all that cumulative damage actually affected my eyesight. And now that Transitions lenses came into my life, it made a huge difference.
So what do you mean by it affected your vision being out there? What do you mean by that?
Oh, I got a pterygium, which is actually tissue that is growing over one of the corneas of my eyes, and I don't want any further damage because it could extend into my pupil, and affect my eyesight. So, and it was just from squinting all those years and all that damage from the sun that everybody has. I mean, all the spectators have it. I want to run around now through the stands and say, why aren't you protecting your eyesight? So it's definitely made a huge difference in my life now, and they're not, big old clunky sunglasses. I have designer, Prada, and Gucci, and so.
I'm impressed.
They come in, the lenses can come in all types of frames.
Okay, so this is a particular style of sunglass. Let's let Dr. Larry Lampert. What's the difference here in these glasses from my traditional sunglasses?
Well, the Transitions lens is actually just the lens part of the deal here. I mean, the frames are the fashion, but the lenses are the protection, and they can go into any frame, and they're available in over 200 different lens styles, so you can certainly be fit with them. But the important thing is they block 100% of the harmful UV rays, and most people don't realize that those UV rays damage eye structures. Macular degeneration progresses, which is irreversible. Cataract formation, skin cancer around the eyes, and it's never too early or late to start protecting. I mean, a recent study showed that 80% of children by the age of 15 already have ultraviolet damage occurring to the structures of the eyes.
So what happened between the old days and nowadays? I mean, we were kids, we wore sunglasses, but not all the time. What's changed now?
Well, now we can wear an adaptive lens like a Transitions lens, which actually changes from clear to sun lens outdoor, changes rapidly.
Oh, so these lenses change? Is that what they do? They go from...
Yeah, the other features are they adapt to varying lighting conditions, which is great for spectators, athletes, people who are outdoors or indoors. They also improve contrast and reduce glare. And I've worked with tour player Kenny Perry, and he's recently was never able to wear another lens on tour. He's now wearing Transitions lenses and says he sees better than he ever has, and he's reading the greens better than he ever has.
What about these guys that wear their sunglasses all the time, like Tom Leykis, famous talk show host? Every time he goes to a radio convention, he's got shades on. A lot of the movie stars do that too. Leslie, you're not one that would do that. Would you wear the sunglasses at all times not to be recognized?
I don't think I've been hounded. I remember one time at a baggage claim, 400 people at baggage claim, and someone asked for my autograph. I said, okay, sure, and I handed it to him, and he looked down and he said, Leslie Visser? Who's Leslie Visser?
Oh.
He thought I was, I think he thought I was Sandra Bullock or something. But I do think that sometimes some of those people, we all remember Jim McMahon, the quarterback of the Bears.
Yeah.
He didn't wear those sunglasses because he was the punky QB. He wore them because he had damaged his eyesight. And all the lights of the TVs and being outdoors actually hurt his eyes. So
Right.
sometimes people are protecting themselves. But as Dr. Lampert said, the great thing about transitions lenses is they will go with what the conditions are. They're telling you what you need.
We're talking to Leslie Visser and Dr. Larry Lampert about wearing sunglasses, especially for the Super Bowl outside of sporting events, and these change. Now, how do they compare, Dr. Larry Lampert, to my favorites, which are the Maui Jims? I love those. I wear those all the time, and they give you good contrast. How do they compare to Maui Jims?
I like the contrast. I like the fact that transitions are an adaptive lens. A fixed tint lens always stays the same shade, so that as lighting conditions change, especially for an athlete, his pupils always constricting and dilating behind the frame. Or you watch a lot of golfers who take their glasses like that off, when they're on the putting green or whatever.
Got it.
The beauty of transitions.
So these things change, is what you're saying. The big key is they change. And what if you wear contacts like I do? Are they good for contact lens wearers?
Yeah, I advocate people wear transitions lenses on top of their contacts, even if there's no prescription in them, to protect the eye structures and the diseases that can occur inside the eye.
Paul, what are you wearing? What are you sporting these days? You got those big aviators on, I think, is what you wear.
Well, yeah. I mean, from time to time, I put on the old classic Ray-Ban Wayfarer or something like that. But I noticed that over the years it's really changed. But there was a time, when especially a sports figure. That would kind of, the idea of wearing glasses was something that was almost shunned upon, something like it was almost like a sign of weakness or frailty.
Yeah, do you guys know, I think Joe DiMaggio was the first athlete to wear glasses. And
Really?
then, no one did then, for a long time. Billie Jean King, remember, she wore them. And now you see so many athletes, you see officials wearing them, which I always thought was the height of bravery.
Okay, I think so too, officials. But you're saying if they transition now, would a baseball player not have to flip up the lens? Would it transition that quick, or would they still have flip-up glasses for ball players?
It depends. They could use the transitions to adapt to all the lighting conditions, so it goes either way with that, depending on the player. You have to realize at different ages, different things happen, that by the time you're 60, your pupils have constricted 20%, and you need 3 times as much light to see. So, as you age, you need them your whole life, but the adaptive quality of that lens serves you well when you're aging as well.
Do they have corrective lenses as well, where you can correct your vision? Oh, they do.
Yeah, they're available in over 200 lens styles. No matter what type of a lens your doctor recommends, you can have it in transition.
So you get these from your doctors where you get them then, correct?
Yeah, and there's some retail outlets as well. They're going to be on the PGA Tour this year as well in some retail outlets.
Leslie, how will I recognize you at the baggage claim now that you're wearing the sunglasses?
I'm going to hold up a sign saying I'm not Sandra Bullock.
You're not, Leslie. Come on.
No, she is an Academy Award.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl, Leslie? What's your pick?
John Madden says, where are you from?
That's it? Where are you from? That's it?
You know what? I think we have it should be one of the great Super Bowls, and I was blessed. I was on the field when Vinatieri's kick went through the uprights. I was in the Tennessee Ram game, also on the field. This will be my 27th Super Bowl.
Wow.
I think it could be the closest. Two great defensive coordinators in Dick LeBeau and Dom Capers, and 2 quarterbacks. One is the hottest player in the league right now, in Aaron Rodgers, and Ben Roethlisberger's won 2 Super Bowls.
So who's going to win, Leslie?
I'll tell you Monday.
Thanks so much for being with us. Leslie Visser, Dr. Larry Lampert. We'll have more for you straight ahead. Wear those sunglasses straight ahead on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Have you heard? Proactive is new and better than ever.